This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Whether you love true crime or comedy, celebrity interviews or news, you call the shots on what's in your podcast queue. And guess what? Now you can call them on your auto insurance too with the Name Your Price tool from Progressive. It works just the way it sounds. You tell Progressive how much you want to pay for car insurance, and they'll show you coverage options that fit your budget. Get your quote today at Progressive.com to join the over 28 million drivers who trust Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
Terms and conditions apply. For full details, see unlock.com/legal. Actor portrayal.
Lisa, thanks for having me over. Your new kitchen is gorgeous. How did you find the money to do it?
We worked with this great company, Unlock. They help you unlock the future value of your home to get the cash you need today.
So it's a home equity loan?
No, it's not a loan at all. There's no monthly payments and no interest charges ever. And you can use the money however you want. We were able to redo our kitchen and pay off our credit card debt.
Wow, Jack and I could really use this to finally pay off our old student loan debt. How do I get started?
It's easy. Just go to their website.
Go to unlock.com/radio to unlock the value in your home and get up to $500,000 in cash with no monthly payments and no interest ever. Pay off debt, improve your home, add to your retirement fund. It's up to you. Go to unlock.com/radio right now to see if you qualify to unlock the value in your home. That's unlock.com/radio. Go to unlock.com/radio.
Hey, it's Doug. Suicide is something that affects all of us, and we can all play a part in saving lives. Make a difference in your community by walking out of the darkness with us on Sunday, October 13th at Fisher Pavilion at Seattle Center. Help spread awareness and understanding. Send the message that help is available and raise funds for the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention. Register today at afsp.org/Seattle. That's afsp.org/Seattle.
All right, places, please. The Daly Migs Show is on deck. Guitars plugged in. Drums ready to go. Chickens.
Sarah clucking.
Other animals. And action. This is the Daly Migs Show on The Rock with Taryn Daly and Steve Migs.
While listening to the Daly Migs Show, please refrain from any unnecessary finger gesturing.
99.9 KISW.
Good morning, Rockaholics. Happy Monday. It is the final day of September.
Oh, man. Wake up, Billy Joe.
Oh, yeah.
Danny, can you make it happen?
I heard he did.
I know.
I already texted him this morning.
We're only like the 30th person to crack that joke I did by this morning.
I also am very disappointed in myself. Completely forgot until I saw you this morning, Steve Migs, that we have Monday Night Football tonight.
How could you forget? The Seahawks didn't play this weekend.
I know. Well, I had a busy day yesterday, and then I woke up, at dark 30 this morning and was a little out of sorts because that's what happens when you wake up at 3 a.m. And then I saw your jersey, and I was like, darn it. So,
and, of course, yesterday, Tatum wanted to go hang out with Grandma, so it would have been during I'm like, of course, the day where I could have sat on my couch and watched the Seahawks game is the day that my daughter decides, I don't want to hang out with you guys. I'm going to go over to Grandma's house and go do some activities.
Well,
as she calls it.
Activities. I still have time to go home and change those, so I'll make it right.
Well, luckily you're wearing blue.
Yes, thankfully.
So, yeah.
Let's inform the Rockaholics.
Knowledge is power. So give us 5-ish minutes and we'll give you, some interesting stuff you can talk about at work. This is the Daly Migs Download.
AKA the DMD.
Here's your daily dose of doings happening in the world.
The DMD is brought to you by Palace Lawn. Today, I think, is a day that we celebrate any day that we talk to somebody, and it is National Ask a Stupid Question Day.
I like that we always preface it, too, with, Can I ask a dumb question? Can I ask a stupid question?
Well, because that way, if they get mad, you're like, look, you agreed to it.
True story.
I'm still waiting for the celebrity that one day just says no.
Yeah, but a lot of the times when you ask, you say, can I ask you a stupid question? Then you just go straight into it. You don't give them the option to say no.
They could pipe in and say, no, man. No, absolutely not.
Cut him off.
Although one of my favorite times, I remember interviewing Chris Cornell, and we were in the backseat of Ben and Roy, and it was a really fun interview. And, I was like, I got one more question for you. And I asked the question. He couldn't be a nicer guy. And then I go, I have one more question. He goes, you already said you were going to ask your last question. And he said it in such a deadpan way. And I was like, I don't know if he's joking or not, but maybe I should just shut it down. So I shut it down. And he's like, well, what was the question? I'm like, Oh, I thought you were done. He's like, I was just having with you.
Always ask the question.
Hey, man, maybe we could ask this question. The Mariners, I don't have a question. It's over. The season's done. But, man, what a great weekend if you're a Mariners fan to see them win every game. I mean, they looked. Logan Gilbert was taking a perfect game into the sixth inning. I mean, Cal Raleigh hit his 34th home run, setting a record for the most by a catcher in their first 4 seasons because he had a bunch of home runs in these 4 seasons. He also finished with 100 RBIs, just looking for some of the positives.
Oh, yeah.
Ricky Henderson was there. Throwing out, I think he threw out the first pitch because they're paying a little bit. They're showing a little love to Oakland because this was like, obviously the end of them being the Oakland A's with the stadium crap. And I think they're going to Sacramento for a little bit.
Years, yeah.
And then heading to Vegas. I think that's what's supposed to happen. So he had a half Mariners, half Oakland A's jersey because he played for both teams. So that was kind of cool. And a bunch of A's fans were there as well. But yeah, the season's done. But at least they ended on a high note.
Brad took Barrett to the game yesterday.
Did he enjoy it?
Can you guess how long it was until Barrett asked if he could go home? How many minutes?
Oh, so not even innings.
No, not even innings. How many minutes until he said he was ready to go home?
I'm going to go with, shout out to the Seahawks, 12.
It was 30. He made it 30 minutes.
30 minutes.
And they ended up staying till the bitter end because they were with my dad, who always stays till the bitter end.
So how did your husband navigate that? Did he take him to the playpen?
He brought his phone and, had set up a little show for him there. Probably watched some Bluey. So bad.
True to the Bluey.
FIFA announced that Seattle's Lumen Field will be a venue for the 2025 Club World Cup, and this is set for June 15th through July 13th. This is some consecutive years of major soccer events happening in Seattle, which is very cool, considering the 2026 FIFA World Cup will follow. The Sounders qualified for the 2025 tournament after winning the 2022 CONCACAF Championship, and then the Sounders won against Houston Dynamo 1-0. Sounders also clinched a playoff spot, and Danny is representing wearing his Sounders gear today.
Yep.
Danny, you were there.
It was such a good game.
Yeah.
And it was like such nice weather. It's like such a fall Sounders game that it was just, and then they won. So it was like, however, they scored like really early in the game and then nothing happened the rest of the game. So it's
just kind of like weird anxiety.
Yeah. I'm like, when are we going to mess this one up, guys?
So I really haven't been. I thought they were not doing very well.
They weren't for a while.
And then we stopped paying attention and they started playing well.
Well, let's put it
that was the problem with us and the Mariners. We kept paying attention.
Paid too close attention.
That, and then also the other teams in our conference are not doing so well. So it's kind of like we're all like 1 point away from each other, but now we're in and Portland is not in so far. So that's the best
suck
part.
It, Portland.
Exactly.
That's what's up. And like you mentioned tonight, big game, Monday Night Football with the Seahawks with their brand new coach, Mike McDonald, go 4-0, which would make history as the first Seahawks coach to do that as they take on the Detroit Lions. So, I mean, it's nerve-wracking because there's some injuries on our defense that but there's also some injuries on their secondary that I'm sure Detroit Lions fans are like, So we'll see exactly what goes down, but hopefully the Seahawks finish tonight being 4-0 in the NFC West to keep their lead up top. The 49ers did win. They beat the Patriots, and then I guess the Cardinals and the Rams ended up losing yesterday, so that's what's going on in the NFC West.
Boeing standoff with 33,000 striking machinists will continue after the union rejected the company's best and final offer. This included a 30% wage increase over 4 years, a $6,000 bonus, and enhanced 401k contributions. But the union, they were after a 40% wage increase, also the reinstatement of pensions and some improved health care asks. Negotiations have been stalled since the strike began on September 13th, and Boeing is now implementing some cost-cutting measures, including worker furloughs and executive pay cuts. Guess how much this strike has already cost Boeing?
Ooh, $1 million.
Over $500 million in revenue.
So what will end sooner? The strike or Barrett's interest in a Mariners game?
Oh, gosh. I'm going to go with Barrett.
Yeah. Do we place bets on what day this is going to end? Hey, as far as weather, we're going to hit a high of 65 degrees. It's going to be cloudy today and some sun as well. That is the DMD, and that's what's up.
Hurricane Helene caused what many are saying are, quote, biblical devastation in 5 southeastern states. And we have a friend in Florida that has been dealing with some of this destruction in her home. So we're going to get her perspective on everything that's going on at 6:20.
The Daily Migs Show.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Whether you love true crime or comedy, celebrity interviews or news, you call the shots on what's in your podcast queue. And guess what? Now you can call them on your auto insurance too with the Name Your Price tool from Progressive. It works just the way it sounds. You tell Progressive how much you want to pay for car insurance, and they'll show you coverage options that fit your budget. Get your quote today at Progressive.com to join the over 28 million drivers who trust Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
Terms and conditions apply. For full details, see unlock.com/legal. Actor portrayal.
Lisa, thanks for having me over. Your new kitchen is gorgeous. How did you find the money to do it?
We worked with this great company, Unlock. They help you unlock the future value of your home to get the cash you need today.
So it's a home equity loan?
No, it's not a loan at all. There's no monthly payments and no interest charges ever. And you can use the money however you want. We were able to redo our kitchen and pay off our credit card debt.
Wow, Jack and I could really use this to finally pay off our old student loan debt. How do I get started?
It's easy. Just go to their website.
Go to unlock.com/radio to unlock the value in your home and get up to $500,000 in cash with no monthly payments and no interest ever. Pay off debt, improve your home, add to your retirement fund. It's up to you. Go to unlock.com/radio right now to see if you qualify to unlock the value in your home. That's unlock.com/radio. Go to unlock.com/radio.
Hey, it's Doug. Suicide is something that affects all of us, and we can all play a part in saving lives. Make a difference in your community by walking out of the darkness with us on Sunday, October 13th at Fisher Pavilion at Seattle Center. Help spread awareness and understanding. Send the message that help is available and raise funds for the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention. Register today at afsp.org/Seattle. That's afsp.org/Seattle.
Hurricane Helene has caused biblical devastation in 5 southeastern states. It has resulted in 116 deaths, along with some widespread flooding, power outages, unbelievable damage to infrastructure.
I know. I've seen some friends that are based in like the North Carolina area sharing some of the footage, and it's just like their city is completely underwater, and it's just heartbreaking to see.
So we have our friend St. Pete Sam, from Magic 94.9 in St. Petersburg on the phone right now to talk about this. Good morning, Sam.
Good morning.
How are you doing?
You know, all things considering, I feel like every day our morale gets a little bit higher, but it's definitely at first like just an overwhelming feeling of hopelessness. And we didn't even get the worst of it here in St. Pete, but the surge, it took over homes that haven't been flooded in over over 50 years. So everyone just is a little lost.
And we saw a video from your home. What was it like coming back into your house and seeing what had happened with the water being, inside of your house?
Well, we stayed, and that was on me, kind of. And I'm born and raised in Florida, and I'm that classic, I'm sure we'll be fine.
Right.
Like, I've always lived here. And so we decided to stay, and the worst of the water in the home was probably around 1 a.m., and my husband and I have a 2-story house, so we were like, all right, we got to go down and see how bad it is. And that's when you come down the stairs and you just step into almost knee-deep water and all of your belongings are floating. It's heartbreaking. You just feel like that's the worst part. And, I think if I could do it again, I definitely wouldn't be here because just seeing that is awful. It's awful.
Sam, that was the part that hit me right in the gut. I saw some posts. I think it was more based in the North Carolina or Asheville, Carolina, or North Carolina, and all that area, and also Florida as well, where there were some reports where they were saying, "Hey, if you didn't evacuate, we need you to grab a permanent marker and write your name and your birth date on it." And I was like, man, I don't know what, when I saw that was just how heavy that is. And you mentioned, you're like, oh, it'll be fine. I've been through this before. And I'm sure a lot of people had that attitude. And then it goes from that to such an extreme of, hey, we need you to identify yourself. God forbid something bad happens. That has to be just so haunting.
So we live on kind of a busy road, and in the middle of the night, you just hear nothing but alarms and boats going down what is your normal road, rescuing people, because the neighborhood one over from ours is even lower, and those people were chest deep in water.
Jeez.
So if they stayed, they were really panicking, and they always say they're not going to come get you if you're in an evac zone, but they were still sending some trucks and boats back there, and you could just watch from your window boatloads of people being pulled out of there, and it's horrible. And those people with the water that deep, they lose everything. At least we could get some stuff up and salvage some things, but when you lose everything like that, it's just where do you even start? It's awful.
Sam, out of curiosity, what has the camaraderie been like for you as far as connecting with your neighbors and maybe checking on each other and just kind of seeing what steps are going to need to happen first to kind of get back to some form of normal?
I will say if there is a tiny silver lining, it's that. I mean, we lived here for 3 years, and we've met more neighbors in the last 48 hours than we have in 3 years. And because, like I said, some of these homes have never flooded, so you don't know where to start. So you're all like, okay, so did you call your adjuster? When's yours coming? Like, what are we allowed to take out? And that's a whole other conversation I don't want to get too deep into, but the insurance part is really tough because you have to get the wet mold out or wet drywall out immediately, but you can't throw it away because they want to see it. So there's all these little rules that you have to kind of know, and you have to lean on each other and find somebody who's been through it.
Well, Sam, thanks so much for sharing what you've been through. I mean, we don't get storms like we see other parts of the country get, and so for us to get a little insight from you is really.
More often not when we get like a storm where you will joke about, it knocked over like, a plant or something along those lines. Right. But then when you see footage of like what happened in your house, and I saw like there was like a coffee shop in Asheville that showed video footage from up above where like, I mean, really all you saw was just the roof. And they're like, this place is it's, and then you think about all the people who like they brought up like all their baristas and all the people that work there now have just completely lost their way of paying their bills and have to not only deal with the losing of like whatever it is of your property and your home, but then also knowing that, fast forward a few weeks from now, you still have to rebuild now your entire life.
Yeah, life continues, and those insurance checks don't come right away. It can take months sometimes. So you have to kind of figure a way to find a place to live, and it's overwhelming to say the least.
Well, we are thinking of you and sending lots of love your way as the recovery efforts continue. And we'll definitely keep in touch and hope to talk to you again real soon, Sam.
Yeah, thanks for having our friend reach out because I'm always down to help radio family. It's a real thing.
Well, take care, and I hope everything gets better in the next few weeks for you.
Thank you.
I can't even imagine.
No. I remember when I was a kid, like we'd have bad rainstorms, but nothing like this in New York, where sometimes our basement would get a little flooded, and it would be so angry. But like that's just like maybe a couple of inches,
that's nothing,
as opposed to being chest high.
Yeah. What would you say is something better than sex?
I mean, today is National Ask a Stupid Question Day, so I guess it makes sense for you to ask that question. There's certain food that sometimes I feel like might be on the same level as like a good. I feel terrible saying that, but am I not wrong? Like a good sushi roll?
Oh, definitely a good roll.
A good roll.
Well,
a good thick roll.
Oh boy. I did something over the weekend that brought my mom to tears, but she told me that it was better than sex. So what was it? You're going to hear from my mom after Green Day.
The Daily Migs Show.
Yesterday, my sister and I celebrated my mom's birthday a month early.
A month early,
because my mom's favorite movie of all time, Funny Girl, was at the Paramount. And we went to brunch beforehand. We went to the play, which my mom cried basically the entire time. I was a little misty myself because I grew up on this movie too. But I wanted to chat with her a little bit after the show to get her thoughts on how it went. Mom, your birthday is in 1 month from today.
Yes.
But we celebrated early. What did we do today?
Well, we had a fabulous brunch at
Terra
Plata. And the best part was...
the mimosas?
No.
Of course, the daughter. Pushing the booze on Momski.
Best part was Funny Girl.
Oh, tell people what Funny Girl is.
Okay, before we get to it, I don't know what the Funny Girl is. Okay. I was wondering if maybe I was just the uncultured one, but apparently there's 3 uncultured ones in this room. Danny, you have no idea?
Nope.
Sarah, no idea?
No idea.
But Taryn, you know.
Oh, my whole life. I could sing every song.
So it's a musical?
Yes.
Okay.
It's Barbra Streisand on steroids, and if you don't love it, then you are screwed.
Screwed in what way?
Like you don't exist. You shouldn't exist.
Oh, my.
Wow. I feel attacked. Danny, you should feel attacked. And Sarah, you should feel attacked as well.
She's very passionate about this movie.
Mom's throwing daggers at the 3 of us.
And what age were you when the original movie came out?
Oh, gosh. Probably 13, 14, something like that.
And we went to the Paramount. And what did you think of the production?
It was fabulous. I would have sat through over and over, 6 times in a row. I would have, more than sex. It was better than sex.
Whoa! Things escalated real quickly.
Does Dad know about this? Did you go home and tell the National Treasure, hey, guess what Mom said? This play we went to is better than having sex with you.
Step it up.
Yeah, you need to read the Kama Sutra, Dad. So it was a musical based on the movie?
Yes.
And the movie's a musical?
Yes. Really selling it.
Is it funny?
It's very funny. It was hysterical.
It better be. It's called Funny Girl.
I know.
No, I know. You're right.
But what? I'm looking.
Is Barbara Streisand in it?
Yeah. She is Funny Girl. She's Fanny Bryce.
But was she there at the Paramount?
No, there was a gal playing her character.
Oh, so this is like Funny Girl from Temu, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess in that regard. Okay, can you give us one little bit of like a number? Can you sing like a little number from the show? I'd rather be blue. Thinking of you. Thinking of you. I'd rather be blue over you than be happy
I really, really, really hated that.
with somebody else. Oh, I don't know. We don't know the key.
Shut up.
That was really good, though.
Okay.
I love you.
Love you.
Happy early birthday.
So much. I love you so much.
Well, just like the play, that brought me to tears. Misery of listening to two of you. I'm kidding.
We did sing along with almost every song, though. It was very good.
So was it sold out or like packed?
It had to have been. I mean,
did you look around?
Yeah, it was completely full. I mean, it's not like I saw like a bunch of empty seats or anything.
Okay, but
like
it was
that.
packed.
Yeah,
It was packed. Okay.
And that was the 1 o'clock. And then they had one more. The final was was yesterday evening. And so now it's over.
Was it all weekend or was this going on for like a week?
It was like the 24th through yesterday.
Because I'm trying to think of like a play that I would, I mean, I'm trying to think of something that I would want to go see over and over. And like the moment it was over, would I stick around and be like, you know what, I'll watch the next showing.
It was really good.
I think Book of Mormon might be it for me. But Book of Mormon was extra fun because I went with my wife, who's religious, and there was just some rather questionable jokes. And I found humor in the awkwardness of the moment, personally.
Just sitting there enjoying every second.
Yeah, I kind of was enjoying that.
Do you have a conversation after that?
My wife said, she's like, mine's a couple parts. I thought that was really good. I was like, yeah, I know the exact couple of parts you're talking about.
Did you see that Back to the Future is coming?
As a musical?
As a musical.
Ooh, that might be kind of fun.
I think I'm in for that.
My wife and I went and saw Mean Girls, which I thought was going to just be pure trash, and that was a great time.
Well, I think we're play people, Steve.
I know Danny is. He's a theater snob.
Yeah, I'll go with you, Taryn. I think Steve's going to go.
Rockaholics.
If it has Barbara Streisand in it, chances are I'm not going to be down.
94% on Rotten Tomatoes.
I'm sure it's great.
You could watch it this weekend, Steve.
You could.
I could. I could also not. I'll let you know which one I opt with.
Rockaholics, let's kick off this glorious Monday morning with someone who can beat Steve. He's got a record of 274 wins, 80 losses, and 49 ties in 2024. 206-803-ROCK. We will play Beat Migs at 6:50.
The Daly Migs Show.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Whether you love true crime or comedy, celebrity interviews or news, you call the shots on what's in your podcast queue. And guess what? Now you can call them on your auto insurance too with the Name Your Price tool from Progressive. It works just the way it sounds. You tell Progressive how much you want to pay for car insurance, and they'll show you coverage options that fit your budget. Get your quote today at Progressive.com to join the over 28 million drivers who trust Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
Terms and conditions apply. For full details, see unlock.com/legal. Actor portrayal.
Lisa, thanks for having me over. Your new kitchen is gorgeous. How did you find the money to do it?
We worked with this great company, Unlock. They help you unlock the future value of your home to get the cash you need today.
So it's a home equity loan?
No, it's not a loan at all. There's no monthly payments and no interest charges ever. And you can use the money however you want. We were able to redo our kitchen and pay off our credit card debt.
Wow, Jack and I could really use this to finally pay off our old student loan debt. How do I get started?
It's easy. Just go to their website.
Go to unlock.com/radio to unlock the value in your home and get up to $500,000 in cash with no monthly payments and no interest ever. Pay off debt, improve your home, add to your retirement fund. It's up to you. Go to unlock.com/radio right now to see if you qualify to unlock the value in your home. That's unlock.com/radio. Go to unlock.com/radio.
Hey, it's Doug. Suicide is something that affects all of us, and we can all play a part in saving lives. Make a difference in your community by walking out of the darkness with us on Sunday, October 13th at Fisher Pavilion at Seattle Center. Help spread awareness and understanding. Send the message that help is available and raise funds for the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention. Register today at afsp.org/Seattle. That's afsp.org/Seattle.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Whether you love true crime or comedy, celebrity interviews or news, you call the shots on what's in your podcast queue. And guess what? Now you can call them on your auto insurance too with the Name Your Price tool from Progressive. It works just the way it sounds. You tell Progressive how much you want to pay for car insurance, and they'll show you coverage options that fit your budget. Get your quote today at Progressive.com to join the over 28 million drivers who trust Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
Terms and conditions apply. For full details, see unlock.com/legal. Actor portrayal.
Lisa, thanks for having me over. Your new kitchen is gorgeous. How did you find the money to do it?
We worked with this great company, Unlock. They help you unlock the future value of your home to get the cash you need today.
So it's a home equity loan?
No, it's not a loan at all. There's no monthly payments and no interest charges ever. And you can use the money however you want. We were able to redo our kitchen and pay off our credit card debt.
Wow, Jack and I could really use this to finally pay off our old student loan debt. How do I get started?
It's easy. Just go to their website.
Go to unlock.com/radio to unlock the value in your home and get up to $500,000 in cash with no monthly payments and no interest ever. Pay off debt, improve your home, add to your retirement fund. It's up to you. Go to unlock.com/radio right now to see if you qualify to unlock the value in your home. That's unlock.com/radio. Go to unlock.com/radio.
Hey, it's Doug. Suicide is something that affects all of us, and we can all play a part in saving lives. Make a difference in your community by walking out of the darkness with us on Sunday, October 13th at Fisher Pavilion at Seattle Center. Help spread awareness and understanding. Send the message that help is available and raise funds for the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention. Register today at afsp.org/Seattle. That's afsp.org/Seattle.
The Daly Migs Show presents the most popular radio game on this side of the speaker. Let's play Beat Migs. Beat Migs, don't be a loser. Whoa! Beat Migs, you're a loser.
Who's ready to beat Migs? I know Yoshi from Redmond is. Yoshi, are you there?
I am.
I'm Sarah, your host, and it's time for you to get out of here, Steve.
Bye-bye.
For those playing at home, Yoshi has 60 seconds to answer 10 questions. You can pass all you want, but you only get 3 guesses per question. Are you ready?
Ready.
What animal did Britney Spears famously carry on her shoulders during her 2001? Yes. The French phrase Mardi Gras translates to what?
Fat Tuesday?
Yes. What is the name of the current hurricane that's hit places such as Florida and North Carolina?
Helen.
Yeah.
Pass.
What credit card uses the slogan, "Don't leave home without it"?
MasterCard.
No.
Visa.
No.
Discover.
No. Which film features a boy named Kevin McAllister?
Home Alone.
Yes. According to Google, about what percentage of the world's population is left-handed?
10.
Yes. Which artist released I Will Always Love You in 1974, later made famous by...
Dion.
No. Later
Pass.
made famous by... Okay. The heart of a shrimp is located where?
Tail.
No.
Torso.
No.
Head.
Yes. The sequel to Wreck-It Ralph is titled Ralph Breaks the What?
The Internet.
Yes.
The
What
world.
president is on the penny?
Abraham Lincoln.
Yes.
Ooh.
And with that, Yoshi, you got 7 correct.
Not shabby.
Not shabby
right.
at all. Okay, can you pronounce the hurricane for me?
Helene.
Helene. Okay. All right. Because,
Sarah.
Okay, I didn't give it to him. He said Helen, and I knew that wasn't correct.
Yeah,
so
Sarah.
I just want to make sure when Steve says it,
Here he
says
is.
it correctly. He's probably going to say it wrong because he says a lot of things wrong.
I do.
Steve, are you ready?
Yes.
What animal did Britney Spears famously carry on her shoulders during the 2001 VMA performance?
Snake.
Yeah. The French phrase Mardi Gras translates to what?
Fat Tuesday.
Yes. What is the name of the current hurricane that's hit places such as Florida and North
Helene.
Carolina? Correct. What credit card uses the slogan, "Don't leave home without it"?
American Express.
Yes. Which film features a boy named Kevin McAllister?
Home Alone. I'm starting to feel like Logan Gilbert.
Yes. According to Google, about what percentage of the world's population is left-handed?
Crap. I'm going to say 20%.
No.
30.
No.
10.
Yes. Which artist released I Will Always Love You in 1974, later made famous by Whitney Houston?
Dolly Parton.
Yes. The heart of a shrimp is located where?
In its brain. Head.
Yes. The sequel to Wreck-It Ralph is titled Ralph Breaks the What?
Internet.
Correct. What president is on the penny?
Abraham Lincoln.
He sure is. And Mr. Migs with
yes.
that. You got a perfect 10, which is a win,
Way to
10
go,
to
Steve.
7.
Thank you, Yoshi.
All I do is win, 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 no matter what. Got money on my mind, I can never get enough. And every time I step up in the building, everybody hands go up.
Left hands.
And they stay there.
Don't you feel special because you're a lefty?
I know. One special or just one of the 10% makes me feel kind of like lesser than.
No, I would think you're special. You're what?
Thank you.
You're 10 of.
We are the
kind.
creatives.
Do you know what they call lefties in Australia?
Oh, boy.
Is this real? This is real.
Is it really?
It is. They call them Molly Dukers. You're a Molly Duker.
A Molly Duker?
It's like the slang for a lefty in
I was
Australia.
guilty of that back in my rave days.
Molly Duker.
Guys, I'm not coming out of this porta potty. It's too awesome.
Congrats on feeding Yoshi.
Thank you.
KISW presents the Halloween Hullabaloo coming up on October 13th at the ShoWare Center in Kent. That means we are less than 2 weeks from this party, y'all. Wow. We've got Godsmack and Hailstorm on the bill, and those tickets are on sale now at KISW.com.
For many, this will be the first Halloween party. So come out, hang out with us, get dressed up. It's going to be a blast.
I'm so excited. Tom Brady went off on a quarterback because that quarterback kind of said that Tom wasn't a fun teammate. You'll hear what Tom said after Stone Temple Pilots.
The Daily Migs Show.
During the Bucs-Eagles game broadcast, Tom Brady took a shot at Baker Mayfield in response to Baker Mayfield's earlier comments about the Bucs being stressed when Tom Brady would play.
Oh.
And how he was brought in.
He was brought in to relieve the stress? Some bring in strippers. Other people bring in Baker Mayfield, I guess.
Baker Mayfield says that he was brought in to bring the joy back to the team.
Okay.
That's bold. So Brady's comments were seen as a sharp rebuttal to what Baker Mayfield had to say, and we have the audio here.
Said, quote, they wanted me to come in, be myself, bring the joy back to football for guys who weren't having as much fun.
You know that the guy who's sharing this information, his co-host on his co-anchor or co-play-by-play guy, is fully expecting that Tom's going to get a little unraveled because from everything, all the criticism I'm getting about Tom Brady is that he makes everything about himself.
Yes.
So you know that this is going to go down a good road.
For sure.
It's funny because you've made this environment for me very stressful up here in the booth, so I understand where it's coming from.
Do you feel it?
No.
The stress? No. Well, I was going to say, I thought stressful was not having Super Bowl rings. So there was a mindset of a champion that...
Oh, boy. We're off and running. Stressful was not having Super Bowl rings, buddy.
There was a mindset of a champion that I took to work every day. This wasn't daycare.
Baker. You know what? I feel like they just need to find any reason to make Tom Brady salty, and I will watch those games.
The GOAT is goatin'.
Yes.
If I wanted to have fun, I was going to go to Disneyland with my kids.
He's getting better. It's not daycare, and it's not Disneyland. It's football.
I feel like there's more in there to say.
There's a way to approach...
Okay, he's
baiting him.
He's like, you have more to say. I know you do. Come on, let it out, Tom. We got time.
There's a way to approach this game, and it's that with the right mindset and try to push each other outside of our comfort zone, and great teammates do that. You come in, I have someone like Gronkowski, I have someone like Evans. There's high expectations for us. We got to make sure we go out there and deliver.
The competitive juice is still flowing.
Still in there.
I love
no
it.
apologies.
No apologies at all.
Oh, my God.
Easily my favorite part here.
I took to work every day. This wasn't daycare. If I wanted to have fun, I was going to go to Disneyland with my kids.
I mean, yeah, don't ruffle Tom Brady's feathers.
It isn't interesting. I mean, if you're a pro football player, I feel like if you pulled everybody aside and said, okay, anonymous poll, would you rather have a teammate that brings joy to the locker room or Super Bowl rings? I feel like most of them are going to say, I want Super Bowl rings.
It would be the latter, for sure.
You get a pretty hefty, I think, little pay bump. A bonus. Yeah. But more importantly, that's like a legacy thing, whereas, like, you know what, I could deal with a D-bag of a quarterback or, an overachiever of a quarterback because I get to go home and get my mind off of all that stuff. But, while I'm there, I think I'd much rather have a guy that's going to help me win championships as opposed to somebody who's going to bring some chuckles into the locker room.
Have some fun out there.
Call me crazy, but, I don't really want a daycare.
This wasn't daycare. If I wanted to have fun, I was going to go to Disneyland with my kids.
Did you love the roast of Tom Brady, by the way?
I mean, what I watched, it was way too long.
It was a little
I hit a point where I was like, okay, I'm done. But, like, there was a couple great moments, like Nikki Glaser, I thought was amazing in that. And then some of the former players was it Edelman, I think?
Yeah.
He was pretty funny.
And I thought Tom Brady did a great job, too. He was funny.
I think everybody just felt bad for Kim Kardashian.
Oh.
I think she got the worst. Speaking of coworkers, can I give a quick shout out to Thrill and all the guys at the men's room? Because I just caught wind of this and somebody texted me because on Friday I found out that my pops passed away and I'm still trying to figure out, we will be off at some point. I'm not sure if it's going to be this week or next week. We're still dealing with a lot of behind the scenes drama when it comes to funeral home stuff and my mom being in the hospital and things along those lines. So we're just trying to make do with all of that. But so once I figure that out, that's when I'll be off to New Jersey to spend some time with family and be there for the funeral and all that kind of stuff. But apparently Thrill decided to use their shot of the day as a way to give some love to me and my family and dads in general. And I found the clip, so I thought it'd be cool to play. And just a massive shout out to Thrill and everybody over at the men's room for what they had to say.
Yes, indeed. And today's toast is kind of an odd one. I'm just going to start with fathers in general, not just because I am, but today, my father's 84th birthday. All right, makes me happy. I talked to him this morning. Miles, you made contact with your dad, who's in the direct line of Hurricane Helene.
Got power back this morning.
And he is doing okay. But unfortunately, this morning, our friend and co-worker, he found out at 5 a.m. this morning, Steve Migs did, that his father passed away. And he addressed this on the air on their show. To this guy's credit, he still did the show. Now, think about it. The show starts at 6 a.m. He's already here. He's preparing to do a program, and he gets this call from his brother back on the East Coast. But he did a show. We all chatted with him a little bit after the show. He was in pretty good spirits, all things being equal. But
that's because they fed me a bunch of beer. Those guys, they're real good consolers.
You got a keg right there.
Yeah, come over here, Steve.
Like anything, when you get home, maybe that's when you really absorb it. But to Migs, hey man, credit to you for doing the show. And he even said, and you guys don't know this, but one of the things he said to me is, he goes, but man, our job is to come in and hopefully make people happy or make people laugh. And in spite of what happened, I still chose to do that. And this is what hit me. He said, my dad was kind of a hard-ass guy. He goes, but the one thing I knew for a fact, almost embarrassingly so, was how proud his dad was of what Migs does for a living. And he said for that reason, he chose to do the show. And that is big stuff, man. Strong. So if you're a dad, good on you. Migs, good on you, man. So let's drink.
And shout out to Thrill for making what I was thinking way more profound sounding than I thought it was. But hearing him say it, I was like, oh, yeah, it's pretty powerful. But thank you, Thrill, and thank you, Miles and Mike and Ted, of course, for the well wishes and the text messages and checking in on me.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Didn't your dad make business cards to promote you?
No, he took my business cards. I never once handed a business card. I had them merely for our radio conventions because that was just the thing you did back in those days. You're like, well, you know how to talk to anybody. You're like, what's your business card? Let me have your business card.
Them.
That's the only time I ever handed out a business card. Otherwise, they were just in the office in like a drawer. And my dad came to town. He's like, what are those business cards? I'm like, yeah. He's like, can I have some? I gave him like a couple. He goes, can I have more of them? I'm like, yeah, I'm not going to do anything with these. And I'm not kidding. Every freaking place we went in Washington while they were in town, restaurants, businesses, just random conversation. If someone comes up and realize who I was, he's handing out business cards. Hey, did you know my son's on the radio? And it was like, of course, I'm going to forever remember that as a positive thing. And it was like, that was a moment that I knew that my dad was proud of what I did for a living. And there were times where I didn't know what he thought of me or I thought he thought other things. So that was definitely something I could always go to bed at night knowing he was proud of what I did. And now I look back with a big smile on my face. At the time, one of the most embarrassing things I've ever experienced in my life.
Ultimate hype man.
Yeah, I was just like, Dad, can pump the brakes. I'm going to take those business cards from you. He would give them out to people in New York. Like, what the hell are they going to do?
I like that your dad was on top of like, hey, you can stream my son on the East Coast. Let's go.
Like, it's on the card, KISW.com. Listen.
Well, Migs, you've always said that you don't get involved or care anything about celebrity gossip whatsoever.
No, whenever like Sarah would ask a question about like a relationship in Hollywood, I'm like, I don't know who they're dating. I'm sorry, I don't keep up on that kind of stuff.
But over the weekend, you got sucked into some drama, yeah?
I got sucked into the band drama of Jane's Addiction. I got on a big Jane's Addiction kick where I was listening to some of their like live stuff back when they sounded good. And then I found a podcast, I think because of the algorithms, it showed up on my YouTube of this podcast of, I guess there's a guitar tech and bass tech for Jane's Addiction. He does a podcast. And then he brought on Dave Navarro's best friend who used to do a radio show with Dave Navarro. And they did an entire podcast about the implosion of Jane's Addiction. And it was fascinating. It was so interesting to listen to just like the giant meltdown, which included this moment that we didn't even know about backstage where Dave Navarro did this.
The f*** was that, you mother? Never play with you again.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah, we could give you the context of all of that because it was a great listen. I definitely have some of the highlights or lowlights of this Jane's Addiction implosion.
Well, we're going to break it all down for you at 7:20.
Yes, the Daily Migs Show.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Whether you love true crime or comedy, celebrity interviews or news, you call the shots on what's in your podcast queue. And guess what? Now you can call them on your auto insurance too with the Name Your Price tool from Progressive. It works just the way it sounds. You tell Progressive how much you want to pay for car insurance, and they'll show you coverage options that fit your budget. Get your quote today at Progressive.com to join the over 28 million drivers who trust Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
Terms and conditions apply. For full details, see unlock.com/legal. Actor portrayal.
Lisa, thanks for having me over. Your new kitchen is gorgeous. How did you find the money to do it?
We worked with this great company, Unlock. They help you unlock the future value of your home to get the cash you need today.
So it's a home equity loan?
No, it's not a loan at all. There's no monthly payments and no interest charges ever. And you can use the money however you want. We were able to redo our kitchen and pay off our credit card debt.
Wow, Jack and I could really use this to finally pay off our old student loan debt. How do I get started?
It's easy. Just go to their website.
Go to unlock.com/radio to unlock the value in your home and get up to $500,000 in cash with no monthly payments and no interest ever. Pay off debt, improve your home, add to your retirement fund. It's up to you. Go to unlock.com/radio right now to see if you qualify to unlock the value in your home. That's unlock.com/radio. Go to unlock.com/radio.
Hey, it's Doug. Suicide is something that affects all of us, and we can all play a part in saving lives. Make a difference in your community by walking out of the darkness with us on Sunday, October 13th at Fisher Pavilion at Seattle Center. Help spread awareness and understanding. Send the message that help is available and raise funds for the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention. Register today at afsp.org/Seattle. That's afsp.org/Seattle.
Steve Migs, you have become the resident expert on Jane's Addiction drama as of late.
Yes, apparently so.
On the Rare Form Radio podcast, Jane's Addiction guitar tech Dan Cleary discussed the recent fight between Perry Farrell and Dave Navarro.
Which that video's everywhere. I'm sure you've seen it.
I've watched it many times. And Migs, you listened to it.
I did listen to the podcast. I wasn't expecting to listen to the whole thing, but I ended up being like a little over an hour. But it's interesting because it's a weird thing to listen to because you got the guitar and bass tech, which is this Dan guy, and he also works for Jane's Addiction. He was there. He was one of the guys breaking them up. He just so happens to do a podcast with Dave Navarro's best friend, this guy by the name of Todd Newman. So that guy who wasn't there but has been talking with Dave ever since, and they're freely sharing what happened behind the scenes, which I thought was kind of odd because I'm like, well, would you feel awkward sharing this? But they even say, hey, look, we're not trying to trash Perry. We're friends with Perry. I've been texting with him. Like we're still buddies. He's typically a really good guy. He's got his demons and things along those lines. So they kept kind of prefacing it. But what you learn is you do not want to piss off guys that have the audio, like the sound engineers, because what happened is Perry's wife put up an Instagram post where she's like, hey, he wasn't drunk, he wasn't high, he wasn't this, he was mad at the sound issues. And they're like, no, that's not the case because the sound is exactly the same every show. The reason, I guess, that she was upset, or Perry was upset, was that the band did not want her to be one of the dancers on stage when they performed. They didn't want dancers anymore. And she's a dancer. And they didn't want to do any of that kind of stuff that they used to do because they're like, man, it's 2024. We're all almost 60, or some of us are over 60. Let's just be a band on stage. Let's not bring dancers. And I guess that really pissed Perry off to the point where he quit before they even played their first show. They got him to rejoin the band. They told this whole story, and it's kind of crazy. But then he addresses the fact that Perry's wife said that it was sound issues, and here's the audio of that.
Some talk of there being the fight that ended up happening in Boston was brought on by sound issues on stage. I have to push back on that in a big way because I need to make this very, very clear. And I don't want to talk about people's personal shit, but when Etty Farrell goes on social media and says this has to do with sound issues on stage, I have to say that's bullshit.
Right.
Because the Tampa show, the New York show, and the Boston show, I'm sorry, but Perry was up. Okay?
And he was like, it wasn't wine.
Oh, what do you think it was?
Who knows? Something that's not wine, though. But then he grabs the audio, which is like the isolated vocal audio, so straight off the board, so you could just kind of hear what the fight sounded like, including the fight backstage, because he was still holding the microphone. And they played that audio, and we have that clip.
This is the isolated vocal track from his microphone. He's in the wrong spot. Wrong spot.
Yeah, apparently Perry was singing the wrong parts of the songs, and like the band was trying their best to try and get him onto the right spot, or he was singing off tempo, and they were trying to fix the tempo. So the band was doing everything they could to make him sound good.
Stop.
Hey. Also, Perry doesn't sound very good.
I feel so uncomfortable listening to this.
It gets even crazier.
That sounds like just frustration, but check this out.
These motherfuckers!
And he's pointing at the band when he does that part.
Wow. These motherfuckers!
The band. That's when he hits Dave, pushes Dave. Punch. He's being subdued.
Don't, Eric. Don't, Eric. Eric, let him go.
So they break up. And now this is something that we're going to talk about that no one in the public knows yet, but they need to.
Here's the tea.
After the altercation that's on video, Perry punches Dave in the face again backstage. We actually have it on this recording here.
Come on, Dave.
I'll the motherfucker up. Okay? This is Perry being consoled.
No. Let's go.
Eventually, Dave walks up to ask what the happened, and Perry punches him again.
Come on, calm down. Calm down. Come on.
That's Etty. What happened? What happened? Trying to my show up. Here's Dave.
The was that, you mother?
Right there.
That's the punch, yeah.
Was Perry punching Dave. And that one he actually connected with.
You can hear
right hand to the left side of Dave's face.
Ooh. That is awful.
Wow. And they even said, there's no chance this band's ever getting back together. Which, I mean, of course, you never know, but that doesn't sound like, I mean, you even heard him. I'm never playing with you again.
Yeah. I wouldn't either.
Oh, you mean he would stop playing if Sarah walked over and punched him in the...
Probably.
You wouldn't want to do the show anymore?
I think we could get past it with a little kumbaya.
I do love Dave. Is like the most. He sounds like the most regular dude. Like, what the F, man? Why did you hit me? And then what does he do? Punches him in the face again.
Yeah. Back on Friday, we were debating about what we're going to wear as costumes to the KISW Halloween Hullabaloo. And we gave it to the Rockaholics. We put a vote out there on social media to help us pick out what we're going to wear. And let's just say it completely backfired on us.
One member's not very happy.
So what was picked? We will do a big reveal after Foo Fighters.
The Daily
Migs Show.
KISW presents the Halloween Hullabaloo on October 13th at the Showwear Center in Kent, which is now less than 2 weeks away, Rockaholics.
2 weeks away.
So excited for Godsmack and Hailstorm. And if you don't have tickets, you can go to KISW.com to snag them.
And we keep saying, like, yeah, it's going to be a great concert, but also could be for many, including us. It's the first of the Halloween costume party festival series. I don't even know what the hell you would call it, but, you know, it's the time to wear costumes for, like, the next several weekends.
And I think all of us really take Halloween pretty seriously in this room. We really enjoy it.
And I'm a sucker for, like, a couple's costume. Mm-hmm. Like, whenever Sid and I would go to a Halloween party, I'm like, what can we do to match? So now there's 4 of us. So we got to figure out a foursome.
And Sarah...
That didn't sound right, but you know what I meant.
And Sarah had an idea that we all didn't like.
Right.
So then we asked the Rockaholics to put some ideas out into the ether for us so we could maybe get a couple fresher ideas out there.
Sarah decided that we should all go as Hooters girls, which none of us wanted to do. So that's why we asked the Rockaholics, hey, what do you have? And what were some of the suggestions? I thought one was funny was me being Gru and the 3 of you being my minions.
I wanted that.
That one's pretty funny.
I love that.
Then Golden Girls was another popular pick. Mm-hmm. And then the most popular one suggested was Scooby-Doo.
Yes.
In some way, shape, or form. Either all of us pick a character or we do a gender reversal Scooby-Doo. But like that was suggested on text like by a ton of people. So we put it up for vote. And Sarah, you have the results, right?
I do. And let me say, we put it up on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. The top 2 were Hooters and Golden Girls. And so I gotta say,
clearly they just want to punish us because they know we don't want to be Hooters girls.
Either they want to be either something sexy or old women.
I'm kind of so all those people that suggested Scooby-Doo, that didn't. I thought for sure that was going to be the top pick.
That was dead last, on all platforms. It was dead last.
Zoinks!
I'm not happy about that.
And you guys, I gotta say, just by a little bit.
Oh, no. I hear it in your voice.
Your girl gets what she wants. We're all going to be Hooters girls.
Okay.
Woo!
I'm looking, guys.
Anyone? Woo!
I'm looking at the costumes right now. Steve.
Can we get one in time? Tell me no.
No, we can.
Oh,
but
crap.
Steve, our hot dogs are going to be out.
No.
On display. Like, have you seen how short these shorts are?
Well, I've from my friends' experiences, they've told me what the girls wear, and I think I know exactly what Hooters girls.
You can picture it in your head a little bit.
I've never seen them in person, of course, but no, I'm kidding. Of course, yeah, I know those costumes are short shorts
and they're orange.
Leggings.
I mean, I'm fine with the orange, but come on.
Well, at least if they were black, it would hide a little. But
yeah, what all comes in the costume?
Ooh,
okay,
boy.
so you get
twigs and berries might be making
they're
a
orange
cameo.
So it's like black. At least you can like kind of cover things up. But no, they're orange shorts.
I'm so excited.
So we're going to be Hooters girls for the Halloween.
Oh my gosh, what color hair are you going to have, Steve?
Well, I'm sure there's been a bald Hooters girl out there before.
You can do it that way if you want. You're not going to wear a wig?
Hell no.
Oh.
The thing that's most concerning for me is I got to find a pair of white sneakers because I don't want any white sneakers.
You do.
We have to do the white sneakers too?
Yes, that is part of the outfit.
Authenticity, Danny.
I'm not doing that.
I'm going to have to go somewhere where they sell really cheap sneakers. I don't know where that is. At Target or...
I'm going to forget to buy them.
Do we have to wear like nylons too or like...
Well,
we better. I'm not shaving my legs, so we got to wear those tacky looking. I always thought those were the strangest part of the Hooters costume was the leggings.
Yeah, they're like super tan.
Oh no.
Yes, and if you or Danny need push-up bras, I have plenty.
Okay.
Because Hooters.
What about push-up athletic supporters?
Do not have that.
We should pack our pants.
I kind of want to at this point,
just to make it less weird.
It's getting weirder by the minute.
Honestly, you guys should, so it's not like dangling. You know?
The weird part is that watching and be like, "Hey, you guys need to go interview like Sully from Godsmack," and we're gonna walk over there as 4 Hooters girls. Like, I'm okay with like walking around Showwear Center in these outfits because hopefully other people are gonna be dressed up as well, so it'll be fun. It's just the backstage thing of like, okay, we got to go do a meet and greet with Hailstorm.
What day is it on?
A Sunday the 13th.
I'm going to be sick. Sorry, I already know. I already know
I'm
that
looking
day.
At my calendar. It looks like I got COVID on the 12th.
Yeah, I have it going. So
I'm not going to be able to make it, you guys. It's one of those. It's a new strain where they tell you when you're going to get it.
I am seriously so excited for this. You have no idea.
I hate you, Sarah.
I know.
Hey, me and the Rockaholics, okay?
Yeah, but this was your idea.
I know, and Taryn's upset about it too, and I'm like, you and Sarah have nothing to worry about. You guys are gonna be fine.
Some people really want me to wear wigs.
Yeah, of course.
I have a lot of wigs.
I
Do you want to be blonde,
too.
redhead, purple hair? What do you want?
Ooh. Purple?
Yeah.
I'd love to see you as a blonde.
I was thinking more ginger.
Sarah, let's bring in all our wigs.
Bring them all.
Okay.
Let's just see how it feels.
Okay, I'll bring that and the push-up bra. You got it.
Or maybe I'll keep changing him and I'll keep approaching Sully Erner for a picture and see if he picks up on who this is. If each time I go up to him with a different wig and be like, "Hey, can I get a picture with you?" He's like, No, that's my cousin.
Rockaholics, I certainly hope that you were tuned in to the men's room on Friday at 5:40 because I gave you a Beat Migs cheat sheet, and that's going to apply to the 750 game. So if you'd like a shot at beating Steve, he's got a record of 275 wins, 80 losses, and 49 ties in 2024. 206-803-ROCK. We will play Beat Migs at 750.
The Daily Migs Show.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Whether you love true crime or comedy, celebrity interviews or news, you call the shots on what's in your podcast queue. And guess what? Now you can call them on your auto insurance too with the Name Your Price tool from Progressive. It works just the way it sounds. You tell Progressive how much you want to pay for car insurance, and they'll show you coverage options that fit your budget. Get your quote today at Progressive.com to join the over 28 million drivers who trust Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
Terms and conditions apply. For full details, see unlock.com/legal. Actor portrayal.
Lisa, thanks for having me over. Your new kitchen is gorgeous. How did you find the money to do it?
We worked with this great company, Unlock. They help you unlock the future value of your home to get the cash you need today.
So it's a home equity loan?
No, it's not a loan at all. There's no monthly payments and no interest charges ever. And you can use the money however you want. We were able to redo our kitchen and pay off our credit card debt.
Wow, Jack and I could really use this to finally pay off our old student loan debt. How do I get started?
It's easy. Just go to their website.
Go to unlock.com/radio to unlock the value in your home and get up to $500,000 in cash with no monthly payments and no interest ever. Pay off debt, improve your home, add to your retirement fund. It's up to you. Go to unlock.com/radio right now to see if you qualify to unlock the value in your home. That's unlock.com/radio. Go to unlock.com/radio.
Hey, it's Doug. Suicide is something that affects all of us, and we can all play a part in saving lives. Make a difference in your community by walking out of the darkness with us on Sunday, October 13th at Fisher Pavilion at Seattle Center. Help spread awareness and understanding. Send the message that help is available and raise funds for the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention. Register today at afsp.org/Seattle. That's afsp.org/Seattle.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Whether you love true crime or comedy, celebrity interviews or news, you call the shots on what's in your podcast queue. And guess what? Now you can call them on your auto insurance too with the Name Your Price tool from Progressive. It works just the way it sounds. You tell Progressive how much you want to pay for car insurance, and they'll show you coverage options that fit your budget. Get your quote today at Progressive.com to join the over 28 million drivers who trust Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
Terms and conditions apply. For full details, see unlock.com/legal. Actor portrayal.
Lisa, thanks for having me over. Your new kitchen is gorgeous. How did you find the money to do it?
We worked with this great company, Unlock. They help you unlock the future value of your home to get the cash you need today.
So it's a home equity loan?
No, it's not a loan at all. There's no monthly payments and no interest charges ever. And you can use the money however you want. We were able to redo our kitchen and pay off our credit card debt.
Wow, Jack and I could really use this to finally pay off our old student loan debt. How do I get started?
It's easy. Just go to their website.
Go to unlock.com/radio to unlock the value in your home and get up to $500,000 in cash with no monthly payments and no interest ever. Pay off debt, improve your home, add to your retirement fund. It's up to you. Go to unlock.com/radio right now to see if you qualify to unlock the value in your home. That's unlock.com/radio. Go to unlock.com/radio.
Hey, it's Doug. Suicide is something that affects all of us, and we can all play a part in saving lives. Make a difference in your community by walking out of the darkness with us on Sunday, October 13th at Fisher Pavilion at Seattle Center. Help spread awareness and understanding. Send the message that help is available and raise funds for the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention. Register today at afsp.org/Seattle. That's afsp.org/Seattle.
The Daily Migs Show presents the most popular radio game on this side of the speaker. Let's play Beat Migs. Beat Migs, don't be a loser. Whoa! Beat Migs, you're a
Who's ready to beat Migs? I know John from Puyallup is. John, are you there?
Yes, there I am.
John, did you know that at 5:40 every day, Taryn gives away 3 answers to the 750 Beat Migs on the men's room?
You know, Sarah, I did know that.
Did you perhaps listen on Friday?
I might have perhaps listened, and I might have perhaps remembered.
All right, let's see what happens. Steve, it's time for you to get out of here.
All right.
For those playing at home, John has 60 seconds to answer 10 questions. You can pass all you want, but you only get 3 guesses per question. Are you ready?
You know, Sarah, I've been waiting for this all my life.
I love this. The McDonald's logo is mainly red and what other color?
Yellow.
Correct. What is a group of dolphins called?
Pod.
Correct. According to Google, Walt Disney's favorite princess was who?
Snow White.
No.
Cinderella.
Yes. Brazil is the largest producer of coffee, but what Asian country is the second largest?
Pass.
Actress Debbie Reynolds was the mother of which Star Wars actress?
Pass.
Making history this past Friday, what MLB team has the most losses in one season?
White Sox?
Yes. Approximately 25% of the bones in your body are found where?
In your chest.
No.
Your legs.
No.
In your head.
No. How many quarters would you need to have $12? What was that?
You said $12?
Yes. Okay. John, where's that math? Wow. You got 4 correct. And did you say you listened to the cheat sheet?
Yeah, he did. I thought I did. Maybe I'm wrong.
Well, you were wrong on a few of them.
And Friday was a long time ago.
That was,
sometimes it's hard to remember.
That's a good point. Long weekend. So we'll see. Steve, are you ready?
Oh, yeah!
The McDonald's logo is mainly red and what other color?
A little blue? Yellow.
No. Correct. What is a group of dolphins called?
Oh, a school.
No.
Pod?
There we go. According to Google, Walt Disney's favorite princess was who?
Mercedes. Exotic dancer. He called her princess.
Oh, really?
I don't know. Snow White?
No.
Sleeping Beauty?
No. Brazil is the largest producer of coffee,
Cinderella?
but what Asian country is the second largest? It was Cinderella.
Second. What?
Brazil is the largest producer of coffee, but what Asian country is the second largest?
I'm going to go China.
No.
Japan.
No.
Korea.
No. Actress Debbie Reynolds was the mother of which Star Wars actress?
Oh, Carrie Fisher.
Correct. Making history this past Friday, what MLB team has the most losses in one season?
Well, most heartbreak goes to the Mariners, but most losses goes to the Chicago White Sox.
Yes. Approximately 25% of the bones in your body are found where?
In your mouth?
No. Oh. What?
I don't know. Arm.
No. Steve.
Come on.
You clearly don't know.
I should have listened to the men's room on Friday.
You should have, because you got 4 correct, and that is a tie. 4-4.
Wait, you got 3 answers given to you. You only got 4?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
I forgot 2 of them.
Oh, okay, that's fair.
Well, yes. I mean, yeah, that was something. He didn't even guess Cinderella the first answer, and Cinderella was one of the cheat sheets. So if you were listening, you would have got that correct. Okay. Brazil is the largest Asian country. What's the second largest?
This was on the cheat sheet.
Yes.
Vietnam.
Yes. Good memory. And approximately 25% of the bones in your body are found also on the cheat sheet.
Foot.
Yes. Oh,
Yeah.
man. You just needed a lot more time.
I needed more time.
And one that he got to and never ended up guessing. How many quarters would you need to have at $12? Math.
48.
Woohoo!
Damn it.
I feel like you're getting better at math.
I'm trying.
Really, I've noticed a steady improvement over time.
I'm trying to be better at math, so when the day comes that Tatum needs me to help her with math, I can actually not. I can help her a little and not just say, ask your mother.
Oh, no, you're screwed.
I'm so screwed.
Oh, yeah. They have, I don't even know, like looking at people's homework, I'm like, this makes no sense to me.
The new math now?
Yes.
Dude, we were at ballet class. Now, granted, not doing teaching math at ballet, but like there's also like these girls that are there like that, like they just hang out all day, I think, at the ballet because they're in so many dance classes, and they were talking about some math stuff that they were doing in school. And like over here, because we're in the same room, and I'm just like, oh, man, I feel for their parents because I sure as hell can't help them.
Yikes.
Yeah.
It's going to be you.
It's time to get a tutor.
KISW presents the Halloween Hullabaloo on October 13th at the Showware Center, and tickets are on sale now to see Godsmack and Hailstorm and 4 Hooters girls.
We are going to be Hooters girls, yes, unfortunately.
Head to KISW.com for all the info. Want to give a big thank you, by the way, to all the Rockaholics who have sent so many well wishes to you, Steve Migs, and your family. As we learned on Friday, sadly, your dad has passed away.
A lot of great messages. I mean, I'm trying to keep up with all the posts on Instagram and just on the text line as well. I mean, the Rockaholics have just shared some great stories of their own personal stuff, and I can't thank everybody enough for everything they wrote. But over the weekend, of course, after I left the show, then it's like, okay, now we got to figure everything out, and that's the hard part. And there was a couple chuckles, though, I have to say, that brought both my brother and I to, definitely brought me to tears and laughing tears, because he shared something about my dad that I wasn't expecting to hear. Something that also kind of bummed me out, but then another thing that was just like, I can't believe that you did this. And then I can't wait to tell you the story about that.
Well, we will find out what happened after Scorpions.
The Daily Migs Show.
On Friday, if you were listening to the show, you know that we learned that Steve's dad passed away. And after the show, we knew you were going to be very busy talking to family, trying to figure out when you're traveling back east.
It's been a lot of text messages, a lot of phone calls, and because there's a factor. My mom was also in the hospital at the time from a hip surgery, and she's been dealing with some health issues as well. So it's, I mean, not that there's ever a good time for somebody to pass away, but it was just like one thing on top of another. And then, I mean, my dad died on my mom's birthday, her 80th birthday, and it's the day before their anniversary as well. So my mom is definitely not doing well. She's getting by. You know, she's very confused. I mean, she's still trying to figure out what the hell is going on. It was just like a whirlwind. Like, you know, it sounds like he had a heart issue, and that's why he passed away. But, you know, I'm talking with my brother. And one thing I learned about my dad that I was shocked, and honestly, like as soon as I get this all figured out, I'm going to get this all dialed in for myself. Granted, I'm not in my 80s, but still, like I think it's never too soon to get a will. Apparently, my dad didn't have a will, and I was like, that blew my mind. I was just like, when my brother said that, he's like, yeah, we got to now figure that out. I was like, you kidding me? My dad, who's like so tightened up with everything, and then over the last 5, if not 10 years, has been battling some health issues where, like, you know, there have been a few close calls over these years. Like, you would think he would have got that figured out. So I'm kind of bummed about that. Like, you would have thought that, you know, your pops would do something like that.
Sure.
Like, not for me, like, just so that my mom is taken care of. Like, that we would, you know, because now we got to go through all the insurance stuff and the pensions and the Social Security stuff. And, you know, credit to my brother, who's way more dialed in with this stuff than I am, because I'm like, I don't know, whatever you need, man, tell me who to call. I'm here for you. But then the funniest part, you know, you got to find humor in all this. At least that's how I get through this, is just finding something to laugh about, because otherwise you're just going to be miserable. And my brother's explaining to me that, like, you know, Dad didn't even tell us where all of his passwords were, which is another thing you don't even think about. Like, where, you know, make a sheet that just says, or a file that your significant other, that way, God forbid anything happens, they can get your, you know, all the insurance stuff. Everything has a password. And so my brother's he was able to find some of them, but some of them you need like the phone authorized, like the 2-factor, you know, whatever it is. And my brother doesn't have my dad's password. And I have to laugh at this, and hopefully you guys, it's very morbid. But so I'm like, well, what are you going to do? He's like, well, before they took my dad's body, my brother's trying to get the password, trying to figure it out. And he's like, well, maybe he has facial recognition.
Oh, my God.
I'm like, you did not.
Oh, my God.
He's like, I didn't know what else to do. So now my brother's holding my dad's iPhone over my dad's face. Like out of a movie, right? Like, It's so terrible, but it's so funny. The visual. Could you imagine if like a nurse walks in and my brother just hovering his cell phone over my dad's face? No. So now I'm like, wait, that doesn't work? I mean, it should work. Like, you see it in the movie. And then my brother goes, turns out I didn't have facial recognition. I'm like, well, you didn't check that part? He's like, he's like, my mind was going in a million different places. I was just desperate. I was hoping. I was like, oh my gosh. Because I could, all I'm picturing, then the two of us. I mean, we probably didn't say a word for like the next 3 or 4 minutes because we're just laughing so hard because you just want anything to laugh about. And that was the one thing we found.
Oh my gosh. That is straight out of a movie scene.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. It's like, what are you doing? Get my dad's passwords. Because, he had to get, I think he's gotten most of it figured out, but like he tried so many different passwords for the phone that my dad had listed, but he kept changing them. Apparently my dad likes changing his passwords a lot.
Oh my gosh.
So now the phone was locked, so he has to get it unlocked. It's just been like just make a will. That's, I guess, at the end of the day, like that was the lesson that I learned. It's like, as soon as all this is done, I'm going to go meet up with somebody and get a will taken care of, because that's the last thing I want to leave. Like, God forbid anything happens, I don't want to leave my wife and my kid with that kind of
trying to figure it out.
Heartache. Yeah.
And you can get a template. That's what I did. You can just get a template and fill it in. It's very easy.
I can't just write on a piece of paper, like give everything to my wife, signed Migs.
I mean, you can do that. Does
that count? Do I just get it notarized and I'm good to go?
I think so. Well, Billy Joe Armstrong, the frontman of Green Day, he shared a very heartfelt message expressing his sadness over the Oakland Athletics leaving the city. And some decided to take shots at Mr. Billy.
Of course.
So we're going to go straight to the comments at 8:20.
The Daily Migs Show.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Whether you love true crime or comedy, celebrity interviews or news, you call the shots on what's in your podcast queue. And guess what? Now you can call them on your auto insurance too with the Name Your Price tool from Progressive. It works just the way it sounds. You tell Progressive how much you want to pay for car insurance, and they'll show you coverage options that fit your budget. Get your quote today at Progressive.com to join the over 28 million drivers who trust Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
Terms and conditions apply. For full details, see unlock.com/legal. Actor portrayal.
Lisa, thanks for having me over. Your new kitchen is gorgeous. How did you find the money to do it?
We worked with this great company, Unlock. They help you unlock the future value of your home to get the cash you need today.
So it's a home equity loan?
No, it's not a loan at all. There's no monthly payments and no interest charges ever. And you can use the money however you want. We were able to redo our kitchen and pay off our credit card debt.
Wow, Jack and I could really use this to finally pay off our old student loan debt. How do I get started?
It's easy. Just go to their website.
Go to unlock.com/radio to unlock the value in your home and get up to $500,000 in cash with no monthly payments and no interest ever. Pay off debt, improve your home, add to your retirement fund. It's up to you. Go to unlock.com/radio right now to see if you qualify to unlock the value in your home. That's unlock.com/radio. Go to unlock.com/radio.
Hey, it's Doug. Suicide is something that affects all of us, and we can all play a part in saving lives. Make a difference in your community by walking out of the darkness with us on Sunday, October 13th at Fisher Pavilion at Seattle Center. Help spread awareness and understanding. Send the message that help is available and raise funds for the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention. Register today at afsp.org/Seattle. That's afsp.org/Seattle.
Everyone knows social media is a time suck, and what you're about to hear proves it. If it's online, someone, somewhere, has an opinion and is whining about it. So let's get straight to the comments.
Billy Joe Armstrong of Green Day shared a very heartfelt message expressing how sad he is about the Oakland Athletics leaving the city.
Makes sense. He's a Bay Area guy.
For sure.
Yep.
He said that the move is devastating. He's sympathizing with fans and workers who are going to be impacted by this move, and then also pointed out that 3 major sports teams have left Oakland in the past 5 years. So that kind of creates this cultural void in the East Bay. So despite this, however, he does still feel optimistic that Oakland will eventually recover from these losses. But we, of course, had to go and see what everybody's opinion was and go straight to the comments.
We found a few of the posts. We sent them to our production director, Jason, to say, hey, find your favorite ones that illustrate just how worked up people get over the dumbest deaths and do whatever impression you want of those posts. And you found a few comments. So you ready for the first comment about Billy Joe Armstrong saying, hey, it's a bummer to have the Oakland A's leave Oakland?
Yes.
Okay.
You know what? Your music is devastating. Actually, if I'm being honest, it sucks.
How you feel about that, Danny? Their music sucks.
You know what? I'm just going to block out this entire segment. So.
Although you might want to stick around because there are a lot of Green Day puns or like references to their songs, and we know how much Jason hates those.
Oh, that's fair. Okay.
So yes, they're making fun of Green Day, but they're also making Jason miserable, so sometimes you got to take the bad with the good.
I'm back in.
Okay. Here's another comment about Billy Joe supporting the Oakland A's.
Or maybe Oakland is the problem if 3 teams have chosen to leave.
So you sound like they're in a relationship. You didn't see the red flags from Oakland? He's a cheater. He hangs out with Dave Grohl.
He's scum.
Yeah.
Oh, here we are. One of my favorites. You ready, kids? Here we go. Oakland is the boulevard of broken dreams. Dumb.
Well,
it's kind of true, though.
3 teams have left. Oakland, it is kind of a place of broken dreams.
That's very sad.
I like that one.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
You think it's tough being an A's fan? Try being a Mariners fan. At least your team has won a World Series. Welp.
Yeah.
I feel that in my heart.
I don't know. I kind of wish that the Mariners were just lost all weekend. You know, my heart's already been broken about this season. Okay, that's a little bit of an exaggeration. I've been disappointed about how the season ended. But then you win 3 in a row, and they were exciting games. But like, I couldn't get excited about these wins. I didn't even want to watch them. But I was like, I found myself tuning in. I'm like, oh man, they're kicking ass. But for what? Nothing.
Too little, too late.
Yeah, I mean, we're not the White Sox, but still, we're not in the playoffs. Sucks.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, Billy Joe Bag. I don't have time to listen to you whine.
I also thought that one was kind of clever.
It made me chuckle.
All right, we got one more. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
Let's see if it actually makes a reference to a Green Day song. Do you think it will?
Yes.
Danny, do you think it will?
Yes.
Sarah?
I hope so.
Let's go.
And finally, shouldn't he be sleeping? It's still September after all.
Poor Jason. This is the highlight of his career doing this.
Do you root for then the team when they? No, I know the answer because when the Sonics went to Oklahoma City, there was no chance in any way that I would root for Oklahoma City Thunder.
No, not a chance.
So do you find a new team?
I mean, I guess.
Like, I don't really have a team like that replaced. I mean, I've always rooted for the Nets just from growing up in, well, you know, when they were in New Jersey and then Brooklyn as well. Like, I would always root for them because they were the worst of all the New York teams. But, but like, I'd still like didn't like decide. Okay, now I'm rooting for the Portland Trailblazers because they're close by.
Yeah, I never picked another team, I guess. So I'm with you. It's weird.
Well, what are we gonna have to do when the Mariners leave us? We have to pick them. I hope that doesn't happen.
Oh God, please no.
But that would probably mean they'd have new owners and they'd probably actually do something.
You're not wrong.
Yeah.
It's very, very frustrating season.
Do we sound bitter?
No, not at all.
Pinch.
Rockaholics, you've heard of the show Hot Ones, right?
Yes. Love watching it.
It's so funny. So the whole premise of the show is to eat very hot chicken wings.
Progressively hotter, too,
yes.
Right? Mm-hmm.
So one celebrity in particular that they want to have on the show said that he would do it, but he is asking for a different type of food. We're going to tell you all about it during What's Trending after Soundgarden.
The Daily Migs Show.
As you wake up and get your day moving, it can be a little bit crazy trying to sort through the world of pop culture because there's a lot happening out there, Rockaholics. And as you are doom scrolling and trying to make sense of what is what, we're going to be here to give you a hand and tell you about everything possible that is trending.
On the Daily Migs Show. Let's go. Let's go.
Country music icon and celebrated Hollywood actor Chris Christopherson died over the weekend on Saturday at the age of 88. He died peacefully at his home in Maui, surrounded by his family, and no cause of death has yet been disclosed. He was a native of Brownsville, Texas, and wrote some of the classic country songs we grew up with, like Sunday Morning Coming Down, Help Me Make It Through the Night, For the Good Times, and Me and Bobby McGee.
Wait, is that the Janis Joplin?
Oh, yeah. So he wrote it. Yes.
I always thought that was just a song that she wrote.
No, that's a Chris Christopherson tune that she made so popular.
Yeah, huge.
Yeah, he was a one of a kind for sure.
And I don't know if you saw the news about Hot Ones. Sean Evans, the host, he said that they've been trying to get a certain celebrity on, and it's trending now because the man, the myth himself, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. But apparently The Rock doesn't want to do it unless he does a different type of food. Now, they have changed the menu when they're talking to somebody who doesn't eat meat. So they'll do like those fake chicken wings, the plant-based chicken wings with the fake bones or whatever, which I still haven't tried, but I kind of want to just out of pure curiosity. But The Rock said, according to Sean Evans, the host, he says, one time I got a note back that said, would you be willing to do, instead of wings, grilled salmon strips? And apparently that's what The Rock said he would be willing to do it for.
Grilled salmon strips.
It's like, so you're still going to eat meat. And I know The Rock, like on his cheat days, like he eats everything. So I don't understand what the issue is with chicken wings.
I don't know either.
Like, quit being a weenie, Rock, and do it.
Over the weekend, Frances Bean Cobain and her husband, Riley Hawk, announced the arrival of their firstborn child, a baby boy named Ronan Walker Cobain Hawk.
How old does that make you feel?
Well, it makes me feel old knowing that Frances Bean is 32.
That's what I mean.
Yeah, that's wild. And Riley is 31. So congratulations to Tony Hawk on his first grandbaby. He's very excited. He said in the comment section, my favorite grandkid, or like my favorite grandson or something like that. It's his only grandson.
Also, this morning is when I learned that they were even married. I forgot. I remember she was dating some musician guy. That was like kind of the talk, but then all of a sudden it just kind of forgot that she was with Tony Hawk's kid, here we go.
Kind of a power couple.
I feel bad for not sending them a card.
There's still time.
Okay, good. This is the strange. At what point did the Brady Bunch people stop talking about how they all hooked up at some point? But apparently Barry Williams, who was Greg Brady, he's in the news once again because he was interviewed and he said, yep, well, I give him a hard time, but maybe somebody asked him the question. He's just answering it. But he said, quote, we all hooked up with each other at some point, not necessarily while we were filming. And he said that makes it sound like every boy, that makes it sound like they all got together. But he says, no, it's just like I dated Maureen McCormick, Chris Knight, who was Peter Brady, if I remember correctly, dated Eve Plum, and then Michael Lookinland, who I think was Bobby Brady. I could be wrong. The Brady Bunch enthusiasts don't get mad at me. Apparently him and Susan Olsen had a little mock wedding at one point. So yes, we all hooked up. And then also he apparently hooked up with Florence Henderson, who played the mom at some point.
Really?
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
I feel like that show was way more interesting behind the scenes than it ever was on actual camera.
I mean, it feels like they were pretty squeaky clean on camera, but behind the scenes.
Were you much of a Brady Bunch person?
Not too much. I mean, I used to watch like reruns on, Nick at Night or whatever, one of those things.
We used to watch the reruns all the time in our house. Like that was just like a go-to show. Like that and Gilligan's Island. They seem to be on at least like 4 times a day. Back in my day, we had 3 channels.
Oh, wow, Steve.
Yeah. Wow. It's crazy times.
So
all right.
blessed.
Actually, I'm lying. We had 6, maybe even 7.
Okay, now you're just bragging.
Yeah.
Rockaholics, we're looking for someone who can beat Steve at the game Beat Migs. He's got a record of 275 wins, 80 losses, and 50 ties in 2024. 206-803-ROCK. We will be playing Beat Migs at 8:50.
The Daly Migs Show.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Whether you love true crime or comedy, celebrity interviews or news, you call the shots on what's in your podcast queue. And guess what? Now you can call them on your auto insurance too with the Name Your Price tool from Progressive. It works just the way it sounds. You tell Progressive how much you want to pay for car insurance, and they'll show you coverage options that fit your budget. Get your quote today at Progressive.com to join the over 28 million drivers who trust Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
Terms and conditions apply. For full details, see unlock.com/legal. Actor portrayal.
Lisa, thanks for having me over. Your new kitchen is gorgeous. How did you find the money to do it?
We worked with this great company, Unlock. They help you unlock the future value of your home to get the cash you need today.
So it's a home equity loan?
No, it's not a loan at all. There's no monthly payments and no interest charges ever. And you can use the money however you want. we were able to redo our kitchen and pay off our credit card debt.
Wow, Jack and I could really use this to finally pay off our old student loan debt. How do I get started?
It's easy. Just go to their website.
Go to unlock.com/radio to unlock the value in your home and get up to $500,000 in cash with no monthly payments and no interest ever. Pay off debt, improve your home, add to your retirement fund. It's up to you. Go to unlock.com/radio right now to see if you qualify to unlock the value in your home. That's unlock.com/radio. Go to unlock.com/radio.
Hey, it's Doug. Suicide is something that affects all of us, and we can all play a part in saving lives. Make a difference in your community by walking out of the darkness with us on Sunday, October 13th at Fisher Pavilion at Seattle Center. Help spread awareness and understanding. Send the message that help is available and raise funds for the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention. Register today at afsp.org/Seattle. That's afsp.org/Seattle.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Whether you love true crime or comedy, celebrity interviews or news, you call the shots on what's in your podcast queue. And guess what? Now you can call them on your auto insurance too with the Name Your Price tool from Progressive. It works just the way it sounds. You tell Progressive how much you want to pay for car insurance, and they'll show you coverage options that fit your budget. Get your quote today at Progressive.com to join the over 28 million drivers who trust Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
Terms and conditions apply. For full details, see unlock.com/legal. Actor portrayal.
Lisa, thanks for having me over. Your new kitchen is gorgeous. How did you find the money to do it?
We worked with this great company, Unlock. They help you unlock the future value of your home to get the cash you need today.
So it's a home equity loan?
No, it's not a loan at all. There's no monthly payments and no interest charges ever. And you can use the money however you want. We were able to redo our kitchen and pay off our credit card debt.
Wow, Jack and I could really use this to finally pay off our old student loan debt. How do I get started?
It's easy. Just go to their website.
Go to unlock.com/radio to unlock the value in your home and get up to $500,000 in cash with no monthly payments and no interest ever. Pay off debt, improve your home, add to your retirement fund. It's up to you. Go to unlock.com/radio right now to see if you qualify to unlock the value in your home. That's unlock.com/radio. Go to unlock.com/radio.
Hey, it's Doug. Suicide is something that affects all of us, and we can all play a part in saving lives. Make a difference in your community by walking out of the darkness with us on Sunday, October 13th at Fisher Pavilion at Seattle Center. Help spread awareness and understanding. Send the message that help is available and raise funds for the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention. Register today at afsp.org/Seattle. That's afsp.org/Seattle.
The Daily Migs Show presents the most popular radio game on this side of the speaker. Let's play Beat Migs. Beat Migs, don't be a loser. Whoa! Beat Migs, you're a loser.
Who's ready to beat Migs? I know Ray on I-5 is. Ray, are you there?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm Sarah, your host, and it's time for you to get out of here, Steve.
Bye-bye.
For those playing at home, Ray has 60 seconds to answer 10 questions. You can pass all you want, but you only get 3 guesses per question. Are you ready?
Yes.
What is the Kool-Aid Man's famous catchphrase?
Pass.
Glamour, People, and Marie Claire are all types of what?
Makeup.
No.
Say it again, please.
Glamour, People, and Marie Claire are all types of what?
Oh, magazine.
Correct. Jared Goff is the current quarterback for what team?
Detroit Lions.
Yes. After more than 150 years, what company removed the word soup from their brand?
Campbell's.
Yes. In Toy Story, what is the name of Woody's horse?
Pass.
What gum brand has used the slogan, just brushed clean feeling?
Extra?
No.
Pass.
What band has the songs I Stand Alone and Voodoo?
Pass.
Which country is Ryan Gosling from?
South Africa.
No. Ray, you got 3 correct.
Wow.
Yeah, it kind of felt like a bit of a struggle.
You know what? It's Monday. It's tough.
It's Monday,
We're wiping sleep out of our eyes.
Are we?
Ray might be.
I think Ray is. Do you think Steve is?
Yes.
Oh. All right. I kind of think.
Heard a yes from Taryn and a no from Danny.
Steve, I'm on your team today.
Really?
Or at least for this beating.
I appreciate that.
Yeah. Are you ready? Yes! What is the Kool-Aid Man's famous catchphrase?
Hey, hey, hey. Oh, crap. Come on.
Wow.
Look out, Wall.
No.
Who's thirsty?
I'm not on your side anymore.
Look
No.
out,
Glamour, people, and Marie Claire are all types of what? You need to go home. Yes. Jared Goff is the current quarterback for what team?
The team we're beating tonight, hopefully. The Detroit Lions.
Correct. After
They're
more than
great.
150 after more than 150 years, what company removed the word soup from their brand?
Campbell's.
Yes. In Toy Story, what is the name of Woody's horse? I'm like drooling.
Me too. I don't know. Horsey.
No.
Horsey McHorserson.
No.
Silver.
No. What gum brand has used the slogan "Just Brushed Clean Feeling"?
Orbit.
Correct. What band has the songs "I Stand Alone" and "Voodoo"?
I'm gonna see him a couple weeks at Halloween Hullabaloo. That's Godsmack.
Correct.
Look out, Wall. Oh my God.
Steve, whoo, you got 5 correct. I don't know how, and somehow that is a win. 5-3.
I literally almost said he was going to get a perfect 10, too. I'm so glad I didn't.
I got a perfect 10 earlier.
I know. That's why I thought you were going to go 2 for 2
I think I exhausted all my brain power.
I'm the best. I'm the best.
My brain legit hurts from that game. Okay, wow. I apologize for putting this question first because I really thought everyone knew this. What is the Kool-Aid Man's famous catchphrase?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Which is like, what?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's right. Look out, Wall. Look out, Wall. Oh, yeah. They're great.
Oh, man.
You thirsty? I got this big jug of juice.
It's red.
You're drinking me, baby.
Ooh, in Toy Story, what is the name of Woody's horse?
Bullseye.
Yeah.
And one you didn't get to. Which country is the beautiful, sexy Ryan Gosling from?
America.
I'm guessing it's Canadian.
That would be my second guess. That would be my second guess, yeah.
Okay, I don't believe you at all. That's
Look out,
my second
Canada.
guess for sure.
Look out, border.
You didn't deserve it, but somehow you won. Congrats.
Yeah, that was painful.
Who cares? You know, sometimes the Seahawks beat the Patriots in overtime, but at the end of the year, we'll look back and it's a W.
At the end of the year, we're going to look back on our Halloween costumes at the Halloween Hullabaloo, and we're going to have great joy in our hearts because we're going as Hooters girls to the Halloween Hullabaloo, Rockaholics.
We had a friend text us, is like, no, you guys gotta just say no, pull the plug on that and go with the Golden Girls.
Nope, sorry.
The people have spoken.
I know. I'd much rather be an old lady than a Hooters girl.
You'd rather be an old lady than a sexy lady?
Yes. In the spirit of Halloween, absolutely. I do not want to have to go interview or talk to the members of Godsmack while dressed as a Hooters girl.
Are you guys going to shave your legs?
No, that's why I'm wearing those stockings.
Well, Sarah and I aren't going to shave our legs either.
Good.
Yeah, we just want to, make it look like we're all together. Okay, so the details. The Halloween Hullabaloo. It's October 13th. It's at the ShoWare Center in Kent, and we've got Godsmack and Hailstorm on the bill. Those tickets are on sale now. You're also encouraged to dress up, by the way. Head to KISW.com for more info. My 5-year-old is a new kindergartner, and he learned something at school. And Migs, you are pretty convinced that one member of our show might not even know what this is.
Well, I would say two, because I even wonder if I would have been able to get this question right. But I'm almost positive that our friend Sarah will not know the answer to this question. I feel like we might have an instance where Barrett is smarter than Sarah.
We're going to tell you about it after Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Look out, Wall.
The Daily Migs Show.
My son Barrett is a couple of weeks into kindergarten, and he's learning new things every single day. But he did learn something in school that really impressed me.
Barrett, I will.
Oh, Whoa. What?
Okay, what's happening before we even get into this? Did he just fall down?
Pretty much. He's a ball of crazy all the time. Like
So
getting
he's
him
a
to
toddler.
sit still.
Yes.
Getting him to sit still and talk is very difficult. Whoa. What was the thing you just learned at school today?
5 senses.
5 senses?
Yeah.
What are they?
All right. Sarah. Okay. I'm going to put you on the spot. The 5 senses, which is impressive at the age of 5. That's what they learn.
All right, I think I could do this. Touch, taste, smell. touch, taste, smell. Vision. Looking. Oh God, what's the 5th one?
Barrett can tell you.
Oh no!
You know what? I'm kind of stumped right now.
Listening.
Oh
Listening.
yeah, hearing.
Is that all 5?
Let's find out.
Taste, hear, and smell, and touch.
And what one more?
See.
Yeah. That's awesome.
You know what's funny is you answered it just like a 5-year-old.
I think he answered faster.
Well, that, yes.
He did! Listening! And then I had to touch my nose. I'm smelling. My mouth, I'm tasting.
Taste, hear, and smell, and touch.
Come on, buddy.
And what one more?
See.
Boom.
What's so hard about that game, Sarah?
Well, I felt a lot of pressure. But I passed too. It took me a second.
A little sweat on your forehead right now. Yeah.
Give you a gold star.
Thank you.
Now, speaking of Sarah, while you were out over the weekend, you were at a club. What happened to the club?
I was not learning anything at the club. Let me tell you that much.
You were probably killing some of those brain cells, and it's showing right now.
Yes, this is why I'm like this. I went to the club, and probably like an hour into it, the entire place lost power.
Dude, I saw that on your Instagram stories, and I was like, I don't think I've ever been to a restaurant, a bar, or any kind of event where the power goes out.
Yeah. Yeah, it was crazy because obviously it's just like loud music, and then all of a sudden everything's black and there's no music playing.
And you recorded yourself with your friend.
I did.
Jesse, is this a hoax or is this for real? This is for real. Is it really? I think so, yeah. No way!
Did they really just have a power house at the club? This is very embarrassing.
That's my favorite part, is that the entire place then starts chanting for a refund. Because I'm trying to think, like, what do you do at a dance club if the power goes out? My first thought was like, if everyone puts on their phone on a certain song, but how do you organize that?
Well, or just, get like a strobe light going on their phone. Somebody start beatboxing in the, vicinity.
Like, very loud.
Get going, Boots and cats and boots and cats.
That would totally get everyone going.
Boots and cats.
And it was out for a while. People were starting to leave.
Why was it? What was the reason?
I don't know. Strong winds or something, because I lost power at my house too for a hot sec.
Huh.
Yeah. But I was like, well, how long do we wait here to just figure it out?
And you waited until it did come back on.
Hell yeah.
Did they refund anybody?
I don't know. At first I was like, oh man, they're starting, because we had to pay to get in. So I was like, oh yeah, if they can't get this back up.
Would you demand a refund?
Absolutely.
How long were you there for?
Like total?
At that point, when the power went out?
Probably maybe like an hour.
Your money's worth.
What? Oh no! Have you met me?
How much did you pay?
It was $25.
They didn't let you in for free because you're so cute.
Yeah, they should have just given you a drink for free. There you go.
I missed it by 6 minutes, you guys. Ladies was free till 11, and I got there at 11:06.
Wait, drinks were free till 11?
No, entrance.
Oh, I was like, my gosh, you're going to have a lot of drunk ladies if that's the case.
Oh, yeah.
And you would be there very punctual if that was the case.
Yes, I would be.
Have you ever demanded a refund?
I mean, when Beach Life Festival was partially canceled because of wind, they gave people the option, like, if you feel like you should get a partial refund, we'll give you a partial refund. So I did ask for that.
Of course I feel like I should get a refund if you're willing to give it to me.
I only got to see half of ZZ Top. Are you kidding me?
Right, now you can't see all of them.
No, it was very disappointing.
Right.
I know I have, but I can't think of it like a time where I was like, give me a refund.
The last time we ordered something through a furniture company, and it was supposed to be, they have like a VIP type delivery thing, which I was told that it was cheaper than just doing the regular like UPS or whatever. So I'm like, okay, well, if it's the same price, great. And they're like, okay, they'll show up And they'll take it apart. They'll put together the whole thing, remove the boxes and all that. I'm like, fantastic. And then it showed up at the front of our house with nobody. They just dropped it off at the door, and that was it. And I was like, well, this is not what I paid for. And then they refunded me all that.
Just for that. How much were you going to have to pay for them to set it up for you?
It was like close to $100. It was a big piece of furniture, but like it was kind of ridiculous because I was just like, well, I would have put it together if it would have been cheaper just to get the regular. But they're like, no, it actually is the same price. I'm like, all right, cool, that's great. So now I was all excited that I didn't have to put it together. And then like a kick in the ding, I found out I have to put this thing still together. And then they get back to me like, well, we'll send someone over there. I'm like, it's too late. I already put it together. My wife was like looking at me like, when's this going to get put together?
Was it challenging?
Just time consuming. It wasn't hard. It's like putting together any kind of like IKEA type furniture. It wasn't IKEA, but like an IKEA type furniture. You just got to put it together. It's just, here's an hour of my day just wasted.
And a few moments of frustration.
But thankfully, they did give me the money back.
Well, that's good.
And I demanded the refund.
Yeah. You don't mess with Migs.
Well, I mean, you could, but in this instance, I felt like I was right.
Yes. We know you're a massive music fan, but could you name a song after only hearing 1 second of the chorus? Prove it. And if you do, you'll win tickets to see Breaking Benjamin and Stained at White River Amphitheater on October 8th. 206-803-ROCK. We will play Hook or Shook at 9:20.
The Daily Migs Show. This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Whether you love true crime or comedy, celebrity interviews or news, you call the shots on what's in your podcast queue. And guess what? Now you can call them on your auto insurance too with the Name Your Price tool from Progressive. It works just the way it sounds. You tell Progressive how much you want to pay for car insurance, and they'll show you coverage options that fit your budget. Get your quote today at Progressive.com to join the over 28 million drivers who trust Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
Terms and conditions apply. For full details, see unlock.com/legal. Actor portrayal.
Lisa, thanks for having me over. Your new kitchen is gorgeous. How did you find the money to do it?
We worked with this great company, Unlock. They help you unlock the future value of your home to get the cash you need today.
So it's a home equity loan?
No, it's not a loan at all. There's no monthly payments and no interest charges ever. And you can use the money however you want. We were able to redo our kitchen and pay off our credit card debt.
Wow, Jack and I could really use this to finally pay off our old student loan debt. How do I get started?
It's easy. Just go to their website.
Go to unlock.com/radio to unlock the value in your home and get up to $500,000 in cash with no monthly payments and no interest ever. Pay off debt, improve your home, add to your retirement fund. It's up to you. Go to unlock.com/radio right now to see if you qualify to unlock the value in your home. That's unlock.com/radio. Go to unlock.com/radio.
Hey, it's Doug. Suicide is something that affects all of us, and we can all play a part in saving lives. Make a difference in your community by walking out of the darkness with us on Sunday, October 13th at Fisher Pavilion at Seattle Center. Help spread awareness and understanding. Send the message that help is available and raise funds for the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention. Register today at afsp.org/Seattle. That's afsp.org/Seattle.
Throughout the show today, we have received text messages and phone calls from you that we've not yet had a chance to chat with you about. But right now, we are checking in with the Rockaholics. So call us up if there's something you'd like to chime in on from the show this morning, or if you have something on your mind that you would like to discuss. 206-803-ROCK.
We got a couple of text messages about something that I was talking about earlier about the passing of my pops, and a big shout out to Miles, Thrill, Ted, and Mike from the men's room, who took a couple of moments during their show to give some love, and it led to a couple of text messages. So if you missed it on their show or missed us playing it earlier this morning, here's Thrill just sharing a really, really cool message to me, and just sharing it during their shot of the day.
This morning, our friend and co-worker, he found out at 5 a.m. this morning, Steve Migs did, that his father passed away. And he addressed this on the air on their show. To this guy's credit, he still did the show. Now, think about it. The show starts at 6 a.m. He's already here. He's preparing to do a program, and he gets this call from his brother. To Migs, hey, man, credit to you for doing the show. And he even said, and you guys don't know this, but one of the things he said to me is, he goes, but, man, our job is to come in and hopefully make people happy or make people laugh. And in spite of what happened, I still chose to do that. And this is what hit me. He said, my dad was kind of a hard-ass guy. He goes, but the one thing I knew for a fact, almost embarrassingly so, was how proud his dad was of what Migs does for a living. And he said for that reason, he chose to do the show. And that's That is big stuff, man.
And some people, I shared then the story about why he would show how proud he was. He'd walk around handing out business cards, and to the point of pure embarrassment. I mean, it was one of the more embarrassing things. But also, now I look back on it and I think about it, like that was just his way of being like, he just wanted to let the world know that he was proud of what his kid did for a living, because he knew how badly I wanted to do this and how nobody else in my family really thought I was gonna. I don't even think he thought I was gonna succeed at this. So I think it was a pleasant surprise when I was able to make a career out of it. So he just wanted everybody to know because he was so proud of that. And a couple of the text messages they slayed me this morning, because somebody said, I don't know if this is in bad taste, but I think it'd be pretty fun if at the service you had a bowl of your business cards at the table. Much love to you and your. I think if everybody knew the joke, I would do that in a heartbeat. But that would look like, what is wrong with Steve? What an opportunistic kind of person he is, that here he is using a chance to promote his radio show at his dad's funeral.
You're just doing exactly what your dad would have wanted.
Someone said at your father's funeral you should put one of your business cards in his pocket. That'd be pretty cool.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. It might be a weird conversation with like the people at the funeral home. Like, hey, can I have a moment? Although it is going to be an open viewing, which I could just slide it right in right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know that at the opening viewings, they people touch the body.
I hate it.
I did. I went to my grandpa and my grandma's, and I was like, "What? This is a thing?"
I didn't know that either.
Oh yeah. To this day, I don't have them a lot now, but there was a period in my life where almost monthly I would have in my dreams a very vivid reminder of kissing my grandfather's forehead, and just the feeling. It's a feeling that you don't. It's just weird.
Are you supposed to do it?
Yeah, I think so. Like, you're supposed to go up there, say your whatever, give him a kiss on the forehead. I don't know how it is with every family, but I think everybody else was doing it at my grandfather's funeral. So I was like, well, all right, I'll do it. I'm like, Grandpa, I'm going to miss you. And I was like, oh my goodness, it was cold and weird. Like, you could just feel like, all the makeup caked on them, and they're kept very cold. And I would to this day, I'll never forget that sensation and what it felt like. So I'm not looking forward to that.
Do you have to do it this time? I
don't know. I'm assuming so, because my mom's she's very big into traditions and all that kind of stuff. So I have a very strong feeling that we're going to have an open. That's part of why I didn't want to bring my kid. I'm just I don't need my kid to have to look at her grandpa like that. That's too much.
Definitely a challenge to explain that to a 4-year-old.
It's just not. Well, that's a rough go right there.
Yeah.
So yeah. I got a good text message that has nothing to do with my dad.
Oh, yeah?
It has everything to do with the Hooters costumes that we're supposed to be wearing.
Okay. No.
Because apparently, according to Sarah, though I think she might have rigged the vote, but we left it up to the Rockaholics, and they all voted that we should dress as Hooters girls at the Halloween Hullabaloo.
How much did Sarah have to pay these people to vote this way?
Are these bots?
I will say I did put it on my social media, and I saw a lot of my friends go and vote for. So,
She did stuff the ballot box.
Yeah, I had other things to worry about, so I didn't get a chance to do that. That's not fair.
And now we get to see you in tight little leggings
and tight shorts.
Yes.
That they don't we went online. They don't make a male version of the Hooters costume. At least I haven't seen it online. Maybe at Spirit. Danny's gonna go check Spirit today. But they're all women's costumes, so I have to get the largest one, I'd imagine, to fit this.
Whoa.
And I still feel like the largest one
won't
be large enough. Yeah.
I'm pretty convinced I'm going to tear these shorts.
Yeah.
In the front or the back?
Yes.
Both. The one texture? Great suggestion, Danny. I think we should take them up on this. Hooters girls do wear front pouches for their pens and their order pads. It covers the front more than the shorts do, and it's brown.
That's good.
We should get those things.
We should, yeah. Or make our own.
Just a giant brown flap.
A little male satchel.
That's going to look so bad. I feel like that's going to ruin the flow of the outfit.
I don't care.
I'd rather risk that than getting excited that night. Okay, Sarah?
Keep Danny away from Hellstorm.
Oh, God.
Wow, this actually might backfire.
Lizzie, I'm your biggest fan. I can tell.
Danny got kicked out. Why?
Danny, does this make you excited? The Seahawks are playing Monday Night Football tonight.
Hooray!
Yeah, versus the Lions in Detroit, and a member of the team that I love just did something so cringy. It's a dumb thing, but it annoyed the hell out of me. So what was it? You're going to find out at 9:50.
The Daily Migs Show.
If you follow the Seahawks on Instagram, maybe you saw this. But if you don't, maybe you didn't. They asked the players a very simple question while they were leaving their practice. And that question was, who was your childhood crush?
Right. Seems like everyone has an answer to that.
Everybody. But this is Tyler Lockett's reply.
I'm married. You're not going to get me in trouble.
Yeah, just in case you missed it.
I'm married. You're not going to get me in trouble.
Who are you going to get in trouble with? Your childhood girlfriend? This is your childhood crush.
You can call that out. It's okay.
Yeah, I don't think... Oh, here's more to it. So there's another players, and then Tyler chimes back in.
What was my childhood crush? It's always been Alicia Keys. I'm married. I can't answer that.
Okay, we get it.
Still screaming it from the background?
And so you were annoyed by that?
I'm just like, come on, man. You could be 12 years old. This has nothing to do with your current marriage.
Can we talk to the unhinged person on our show? Sarah, would you be offended if George told somebody his childhood crush?
No. I already know who he
Who's his childhood
loved.
crush?
Well, I know
Topanga?
Mine was Sean from Boy Meets World, so
Oh, yeah.
we're on the same.
He was
He was a little bad boy. I don't know, but I remember I asked him if he liked Christina or Brittany better, and he told me he was way more into Jessica Simpson and Gwen Stefani. So I was like,
Yeah, it's a good pick.
I see it. I'm more of a Brittany and Christina girl, so I thought they were bad picks. But no, I didn't get mad.
Well, here's some of the other players.
Jessica I ain't gonna lie. I was a Transformers fan, so Megan Fox.
Megan Fox.
Megan Fox was the first chance to lead up Gomez. The girl that was on Everybody Hates Chris. That's it. I don't know her name, but you know what I'm talking about.
Spoken like a true dude. I don't know her name, but she was hot.
Also, the fact that they have crushes like Selena Gomez and Megan Fox make me feel very old as their childhood crushes.
Now, do you think his wife would get mad at him? Because or is he overthinking it, or do we need to be concerned about his relationship? Yes. Like, is his wife actually going to be mad at him for saying he had a childhood crush?
Maybe it sounds like it.
That's just bonkers to me.
He's such a goody-goody.
Yeah.
Who's your childhood crush?
I am married. I can't answer that. Tyler Lockett, of course. I'm trying to think. I mean, Batgirl from the Batman series.
Sure.
Donna Summer was a big fan of Tina Turner.
Oh, I know. Those legs, right?
I mean, since I found myself attracted to ladies, I've always been attracted to legs. So those would be the ones. I have something really funny, though, because yesterday while we were just hanging out, Tatum started talking about the Seahawks. And I'm like, what are we talking about? So I had to ask her who her favorite players are and quiz her a little bit.
Because we like Seahawks.
We do like the Seahawks.
All the Seahawks.
Is your favorite player Geno Smith?
Yeah.
Is he the quarterback?
I'm kind of leading the witness. I don't think she even knows who Geno Smith is.
Why do you like him?
We both do.
We both do. What else do you like? Do you like DK Metcalf?
Yeah.
Okay.
She's playing those magnet tile things.
Oh, yeah.
What about Jackson Smith and Jigba?
I think that they are the Seahawks.
Yeah. Can you say Jackson Smith and Jigba?
Jackson.
Well, first, Sarah, can you say Jackson Smith and Jigba?
Jackson Smith and Sigma. Oh, they do good?
No, actually.
Did I not?
In Sigma?
Is Sigma?
In Jigba.
In Jigba.
She said it with such confidence. And Sigma.
I was like, are you doing a bit? Are you doing a bit?
I was just repeating what you just said to Tatum.
No.
No. What? Hold on a second.
Can you say Jackson Smith and Jigba?
Oh, yeah, totally in Sigma.
You say Jigba. What is it?
In Jigba.
In Jigba?
Yeah.
Yes.
Is this his first name?
Last name,
Jackson,
hyphenated last
and then last
name.
name Smith and Jigba.
I don't know.
Well, let's see how Tatum does.
Jackson.
Smith
Smith.
and Jigba.
Jibba.
Close enough.
Way better than Sarah.
Way better than Sarah.
Happy about that, Sarah.
Well, Dad, we are birdie.
Oh, my bad. Sorry. I was just so busy talking Seahawks with you,
Yeah.
Do you think you're going to win on Sunday?
Yeah.
I meant to say Monday, but...
Now she's really confused because there was no game yesterday, Steve.
Well, they're winning. According to Tatum, they're winning on
I like
tonight.
that.
Big game tonight.
A
in
clown...
Sigma.
A clown was busted stealing while juggling the stolen goods. You're going to hear from the owner of the business the clown stole from during the Daily Migs download after Alice in Chains.
The Daily Migs Show. Knowledge is power. So give us 5-ish minutes and we'll give you, some interesting stuff you can talk about at work. This is the Daily Migs Download, a.k.a. the DMD. Here's your daily dose of doings happening in the world.
And the DMD is brought to you by Palace Law. And sad news in the world of basketball just came out this morning that Dikembe Mutombo, who's a retired basketball player, one of the greats, one of the best defensive players, also a great global humanitarian, passed away at the age of 58 from brain cancer. One of NBA's greatest defenders, ranking second in all-time in blocks and winning 4 Defensive Player of the Year awards during his 18-year career.
That is very sad.
Yeah, well loved by many, many basketball, fans and players, and everybody just seemed to love this guy.
Are you afraid of clowns, Steve Migs?
No, I know a lot of people who are, but I've never had an issue with a clown.
I think this Tennessee business owner might now be afraid of clowns. The clown apparently stole goods and then attempted to juggle them and got caught on camera. Here's the owner, Derek, talking about the clown stealing from his business.
There's someone at the garden center wearing a white mask, and I see what's on the image. It's like, nope, I'm not going up there. The only thing I can describe it as is a character from the movie Pennywise. When I clicked the speaker, I think it clicked and made a noise, and he literally acknowledged it and said, I'm leaving, and literally jetted. Here it is, creepy clown. He stole a saw blade. And I feel like it might be the same individual because we had another tank like that, and they stole the tank. And this was probably 6 months ago. They stole the tool bag, and they came in the same spot. This is a sweet little garden center. It's Donaldson. I really don't know why people are breaking into garden center of all places.
So was he juggling the saw?
I think that saw was former, like a different theft was the saw.
Oh, okay.
But that would be very impressive. I'd pay to see that.
Tonight, our Seattle Seahawks, Monday Night Football, taking on the Detroit Lions. Mike McDonald hoping to become the first Seahawks coach to start 4-0, to make history doing that, and also to start the season on a great note. They're currently undefeated. They're going to put their record on the line against a very good Lions team. They have some injury issues, so do we, both on the defensive side, so we'll see how everything goes, but very excited to watch the Seahawks tonight on the big lights, in the prime time. As far as weather, hitting a high of 65 degrees, it's going to be cloudy. That is the DMD, and that's what's up.
Our friend Ryan Castle is up next with the Morning 12-pack.
The Daily Migs Show.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Whether you love true crime or comedy, celebrity interviews or news, you call the shots on what's in your podcast queue. And guess what? Now you can call them on your auto insurance, too, with the Name Your Price tool from Progressive. It works just the way it sounds. You tell Progressive how much you want to pay for car insurance, and they'll show you coverage options that fit your budget. Get your quote today at Progressive.com to join the over 28 million drivers who trust Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
Terms and conditions apply. For full details, see unlock.com/legal. Actor portrayal.
Lisa, thanks for having me over. Your new kitchen is gorgeous. How did you find the money to do it?
We worked with this great company, Unlock. They help you unlock the future value of your home to get the cash you need today.
So it's a home equity loan?
No, it's not a loan at all. There's no monthly payments and no interest charges ever. And you can use the money however you want. We were able to redo our kitchen and pay off our credit card debt.
Wow, Jack and I could really use this to finally pay off our old student loan debt. How do I get started?
It's easy. Just go to their website.
Go to unlock.com/radio to unlock the value in your home and get up to $500,000 in cash with no monthly payments and no interest ever. Pay off debt, improve your home, add to your retirement fund. It's up to you. Go to unlock.com/radio right now to see if you qualify to unlock the value in your home. That's unlock.com/radio. Go to unlock.com/radio.
Hey, it's Doug. Suicide is something that affects all of us, and we can all play a part in saving lives. Make a difference in your community by walking out of the darkness with us on Sunday, October 13th at Fisher Pavilion at Seattle Center. Help spread awareness and understanding. Send the message that help is available, and raise funds for the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention. Register today at afsp.org/Seattle. That's afsp.org/Seattle.